The Swiss canton of Ticino is famed for its natural beauty. The lakes and mountains attract millions of visitors a year. But now the region near the Italian border is attracting a different kind of tourist. It's become a haven for brothels and for sex workers who come to earn money legally. Many of them are from Eastern Europe, and many cross into Switzerland to work for short periods of time in brothels, like Lara.
In Italy it's not legal, there aren't this place. In this place you can go, you can pay every day the amount, and you can work inside. It's more safety and more, there is control, it's clean.
In principle, Swiss laws protect the women by granting them freelance status and social security. That is why prostitution has been booming over here ever since Switzerland joined the Schengen area and opened the border. But some people in Ticino fear that a too liberal approach to the sex trade will damage the image of the Italian-speaking canton. 4 years ago, the right-wing League of Ticino party was able to increase its representation in the regional government on a ticket of prostitutes out. Since then, they've tried to take away brothel owners' licences.
The problem was that we had a proliferation of brothels without official building permits. You can't house a brothel in a hotel or a restaurant. If visitors come in thinking it's really a restaurant, and then they're in a brothel, that's not good for our image.
Around 20 brothels near the Italian border have been closed, but that hasn't reduced the number of sex workers. They've just had to find other ways of plying their trade.
A lot of them have a permit to do their job, but there isn't enough room for all of them. So they move to private apartments. But whether they can stay there long term, the communities will have to decide.
And most of them say no. They don't want sex workers in residential areas. That has been one successful strategy in the regional government's effort to keep red light districts out. Antenna Mayday, an organisation that helps sex workers, says that fewer and fewer prostitutes are being given long-term work permits. The requirements have been made more restrictive in the hopes of getting the women to return to their countries of origin. But that doesn't necessarily happen.
These women have endeavoured to work here long-term. They've invested in the trip. Some of them have given up their homes to come here. They can't just go back to their countries without having been successful in their endeavour. So they stay, and they stay illegally.
The new regulations and policies that are supposed to restrict prostitution have led to many of the sex workers ending up in the hands of pimps. That's the view of criminologist Michel Venturelli.
A woman can get help if her legal status is clear. But with the situation now in flux, a woman who has authorization may be working in a place that's illegal. So she can't call the police if she has a problem with a pimp, because she could get thrown out.
So far, Lara hasn't had any trouble with the Swiss authorities. That may be because she usually commutes back to her home in Italy at the end of the day. She says the fuss over the brothels in Ticino has been blown out of proportion.
We have a lot of customers from Italy, I think almost all. They come here, and also with the expo now in Italy, we have a lot of customers from a lot of tourists. They come from the expo, and also they come here. No, I don't see this like a problem for Switzerland.
The sex tourism business may or may not be a problem for Switzerland's image. At any rate, it seems that in Ticino, the world's oldest profession is here to stay.